Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to have a look today at what it is the Divine Masculine actually wants from the Divine Feminine. You know, what does he want the Divine Feminine to do, if anything? And, you know, what does he want from her? Do remember that this isn't gender specific. I just use the terms him and her because, you know, that's just what comes to me. So take it whichever way you will. But I just want to know, what is it this Divine Masculine wants from the Divine Feminine? What is his thinking at the moment? Okay, what is his thinking at the moment about what he wants from the Divine Feminine, please, Spirit? With the Divine Masculine. Okay, we have two. Into me I see and willing release. Okay. What else? The uncharted sea. This is interesting. I hope you can see that on camera. Sorry, I keep moving it up and up. It's going to be on top of my candle in a minute. One more, please, Spirit. Let it go. Oh, that's interesting because we've had willing release and we've got let it go in the same spread. So that's very interesting. So first of all, what I see here is that the Divine Masculine is wanting the Divine Feminine to understand where he's coming from. Now, I know that's a tall ask, but, you know, we're looking at his innermost feelings here. We're not looking at anything sort of, you know, oh, you don't understand, it's your fault, blah, blah, blah. We're not looking at any of that negativity. What he's wanting is your true understanding, you know. You are obviously connected in the 5D. He's picking up your energies from the 5D, but he really wants you to understand the real him and to know the real him. And what's interesting about that is that in the recent readings that I've done for the Divine Masculine, we've seen the King of Cups come up many times. So, you know, you may have a Divine Masculine who finds it very difficult to express his feelings. And it's almost like, because he feels this telepathic connection with you, it's almost like he wants you to acknowledge who he is without him having to tell you, you know? It's real sort of, it's almost like he's saying to you, you can feel my soul, so, you know, understand it. Please understand it without me having to say those words because they're hard. You know, I shouldn't laugh, but, you know, this is what he's saying. He's like saying, please understand me, you know, please know that you can feel my heart and what you feel is genuine. But I find it very difficult to tell you that, to acknowledge that, to express that. So he's asking that the Divine Feminine lets go of anything that isn't serving her at this moment in time. He feels like there's things from the past that he feels that maybe you're hanging on to situations that happened between you in the past. Now, he doesn't necessarily have evidence for this, but it's his feeling. Like I said, you have this 5D connection. He can feel when you're feeling disappointed, when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling upset, and when you're feeling angry. He feels it. So what he wants to do, or what he would request from you, is that you're able to let go of what happened in the past. Wouldn't it be great if this, you know, if these were, they're dandelions, aren't they? And if they were, each of them were sort of a circumstance, not a circumstance, what's the word I'm looking for? An event from the past that caused us pain with our Divine Masculine. Wouldn't it be great if we could just blow it away? And this is what he's asking you to do symbolically, because in order to have some sort of fresh start with your Divine Femme, he's very fearful it's going to be tainted by what's happened in the past. And he is wanting this transformation. Look at the butterfly here. He's wanting to blow away the past and be able to transform the relationship with you. But he doesn't feel he can if the past is still in the way. he's also asking that, you know, you're not afraid to not be afraid of a new beginning. He knows that things haven't been easy, and he knows that there may still be some obstacles ahead. Look at this water, it looks very choppy, you know? And at the moment, he's not clear on how he's going to step forward, or he knows what he wants to do. He knows he wants a new beginning. We have a stalk here, which is always about birth. It's about rebirth, you know? And we have this light leading the way, but he's going through very choppy waters. And again, he's asking for your understanding, but he's asking for your faith in the fact that he will find his way, because, you know, he's just following his inner compass at the moment. But some of it is quite difficult to navigate. So he's asking you to do the same, to just follow your inner compass and let it, you know, lead you to him, almost to lead you forward in this relationship. Again, I do get the feeling that this is about you letting go of the need for an outcome here. Because as I say, the divine masculine is asking you to just go with the flow here. However choppy it gets, just go with the flow towards this new beginning, this rebirth of the relationship. But, you know, he's already asked that you release events that happened in the past. And here he's saying, look, you know, he's feeling very stuck in his current situation. We know that from other readings that I've done recently. If you haven't seen them, I'll put links to them at the end of this video. But, you know, here he is asking you to sort of let go of your expectation or your need for love, because while you're presenting as desperately needing him, he's picking up that energy, and that is causing him to feel even more stressed. There's a strength in letting go of, it's not letting go of your divine masculine. There's a fine line here. It's not about letting go of him. It's letting go of the emotion attached to it, because that is what he's picking up, you know, and that is very, very difficult for him. Let me just go down with some tarot. Spirit, how do we want to do this, please? Okay. Spirit have just said to me, they want us to have a look at the feelings. Where are we going? We're going over here. The feelings on this side. This is why they've asked me to lay it out this way. They want the feelings, you know, of how the divine masculine, why he's asking you to do these things, and how he's feeling about it. And over here, we're going to use the tarot to look at how he sees it moving forward as we take these steps. So remember, you have your own free will, divine femmes. You can choose to, this is just very general guidance, so you have your own free will, but this is an insight into how the divine masculine is feeling at the moment. So Spirit, what is the feeling behind the into me I see, please? What is the feeling here from the divine masculine? Yeah, it's about healing his heart space. We actually, he's wanting you to really understand him, because as I say, a lot of the divine masculines are finding it very difficult to express their emotion. And, you know, if you did see a couple of the other two readings that I've done in the last couple of days have been, I will put the links at the end of this video, but one of them showed the insight into how, what is preventing the divine masculine from moving on. And it was very much, you know, well, you'll have to look at it. It's easier than me going into it now. But this is very much about him healing his heart space, feeling understood, feeling accepted for who he is, you know, healing maybe past hurts, past issues, and you having that understanding. That is why he's asking you to understand where he's coming from and see how he's feeling. Okay. We're talking about shadow work here. So he's asking you to release anything that stands in the way of this union, that stands in the way of this relationship, to do your own soul searching and to confront sort of, if you are actually holding on to things from the past or events from the past, you know, if you're able to sort of send those, and this may sound crazy to some of you, but if you're able to send those events your blessing and let go of them, even if you imagine that they're a dandelion and you blow them away, you've got nothing to gain by holding on to them. So, as I say, this is time for you to actually confront those issues. The divine masculine is feeling that that needs to happen. He's having to do that as well. You know, release things that didn't go well between you in the past. So he's having to do that inner soul searching as well. Excuse me, I just need to drink some water. So how is he feeling about this uncharted sea, please? Yeah. He's having to make decisions at the moment. And, you know, he knows what he wants in his daydreams, but he's having to make practical decisions. And, you know, it's quite hard because his path is quite rocky. You know, he's in these rocky waters here, but he does want this rebirth, this new beginning, you know, and he has a very dim light to try and sort of guide him through these choppy waters. So, you know, he has got a decision to make. And so this is why he's asking you really to go through the flow, however choppy it feels to you, however the choppy the waters are for you. He's asking you to just go with the flow at the moment because he's got decisions that he needs to be making about his current circumstances. So why do we have let it go, please? What's the feeling behind this for the divine masculine? This is really interesting because it did come up in the reverse actually. And it kind of feels, I turned it the other way up because it reminds me of another card in another deck. And they said to me 4 angels. And, you know, this is about, for me, and I just need to say this, for some reason I just need to say this. This is like the angels of, I think the card, it's called the Angels of the 4 Directions. It's from this deck. And I think it's the 4 Directions. And it's angels from the north, south, obviously, west and east. And it feels like this situation is being divinely guided. And the fact that it came up like that made me feel that, you know, he was saying to you that please let go of outcomes. Please let go of your sort of desperation to be with him at the moment in time while he navigates these choppy waters. Because, you know, at the moment, if we hold on to the desperate need of things in the 3D, it's stopping the... or getting in the way. It's not stopping, it can't stop, but it's getting in the way of the angelic guidance that is happening at the moment. That was quite a complex message, so I hope I've put that across okay. But it really feels like, you know, it has to be a two-way relationship, but at the moment it can't be. I do feel it can't get in the way of angelic guidance. Please, you know, take that at surface value that I just said, because I just got this strong message about angels. This relationship is going to happen in divine timing. You're going to be brought together in union in divine timing. We can't do anything about that. And that's why we have a strong angelic presence with this card. And the fact that it came up upside down, Spirit are just clarifying for me because I got a bit confused. Yeah, I got confused, okay. Because I had a really strong angelic message that came through there. What they're saying here is that the divine masculine is feeling that he's not in a position to give to you at the moment because he has to make these decisions about whatever circumstances he's in, and it's quite a difficult time. That's why he's asking you to go with the flow. That's why he's asking you not to put him under pressure at this moment in time, because when this relationship does come into union, it's got to be balanced. It's got to be giving and receiving equally. Okay, so at the moment, it needs to be in the hands of the angels to be able to take this relationship forward. I hope that makes sense. I'll have to listen back to that to decide whether or not I keep that in. Because I think I confused you. But I hope I clarified in the finish. That happens sometimes. You know, when a powerful message comes through from the angels or spirit, and I just say what comes into my head, because, you know, that's how it presented, but then they clarify as we go along. So I hope you stayed with me. I'm not mad, honestly. Right, so let's see if the divine feminine shows this understanding, and continues to show this understanding for the divine masculine and how he's feeling. How does the divine masculine see this moving forward, please? Yeah, they're saying that there's work to be done, there's details, they understand that, you know, there's a lot to understand. The divine masculine is, I can hear laughter, and it's almost like he's saying, do you know what, I know I'm difficult to understand. I know there's lots of facets to me, and I know that, you know, you've worked very hard to understand where I'm coming from. I do appreciate that. But, you know, he's just asking, in order for him to heal, he's asking for that understanding, you know, and he's asking you to be really strong in these circumstances. He's acknowledging that, you know, you have been strong, and he's asking that you continue to be strong. So why do we have willing release? What will be the steps, the next steps? Which one is it, please? Okay, it's both of them. So there's here, we have the Five of Swords. It's almost like, you know, he wants to take back his power. He wants to take back his strength. He feels that if you do the same, because you are one soul in two bodies. So, you know, he's saying if you're able to release anything that happened in the past, then, you know, you'll both be able to take back your power and move forward. But sometimes, you know, when we step into a position of power, especially if, you know, like if you've been feeling angry about a situation and you want to step back into your power to take control of it, it can be very upsetting for others around you. So, you know, he's saying there's no point holding on to the upset, because we know which route we want to go forward. We're at the decision-making phase, which we've seen down here. And in order to make those decisions and to feel powerful in the right way, we need to let go of the upset from the past. Because, you know, it's going to be very difficult for the divine masculine to move forward and have this transformation if he's still having to confront issues from the past. And this is why he's asking for your help in doing that. Okay, so why do we have, what's the next steps beyond this uncharted sea and these decisions, please? What are the next steps beyond? Okay, yeah. He's, again, you know, the Queen of Swords knows exactly what she wants. She's very clear-cut about decisions, you know, and what he's looking for is this clarity. As I said, He's trying to make this decision at the moment. The waters around him are very rocky. He wants this clear new beginning. But, you know, he wants to take that inner strength. He wants to, look at this, she's holding a quill here, a quill pen. She wants to write the next steps forward. So, you know, in order to be clear and be able to find that way forward, both of you are needing to navigate these uncharted waters, really. And he does acknowledge that that's difficult, but he's also dealing with it because you are one soul. Yeah. And he wants you, look at this. He sees you moving from having the clarity of the Queen of Swords and the head-led sort of situation to the stability of the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is confident. She holds her head high. She's abundant. You know, she's very, very stable. So, you know, he wants to bring that stability in, and he wants you to feel stable, Divine Femme, but he has to navigate these uncharted seas, and he said he acknowledges that you're navigating them with him, because you may have different circumstances, but at the end of the day, both of you want union, and you're having to navigate different uncharted seas before you can actually come together. So what will be the next steps regarding let it go, please? Let me take that one. Yeah, look at this. The Six of Cups, which is, you know, someone from your past returning. So he feels that, you know, if the path is clearer without the sort of the desperation of coming back of you needing an outcome, then it's going to be easier for him to return. Because at the moment, as I said, he's not in a position to give equally to this relationship because of the stuff that he's currently dealing with. Therefore, you know, if you were to take away the demands that you're making on your side, it's going to be easier for him to return. Can we have one more to go with the Six of Cups, please, Spirit, as an outcome here? What is the outcome he wants to see? What is the outcome the Divine Masculine wants to see here? Which one is it, please? I'm going to drop them. It's that one, and they want me to look at that one too. Okay, let me see. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, you know, for him to come back, he wants to end this unhappiness for both of you. He wants to head towards the sunshine, and he wants to, you know, he wants you to use your intuition in order to be able to move this forward. The High Priestess is very wise. The High Priestess, you know, has really strong intuition. He wants you to... the Divine Masculine wants you to use that intuition to connect with him in the 5D, as we saw up here, you know, to develop that understanding, to allow him to come back in, because he's saying the longer you sit in this upset energy, wondering when your Divine Masculine's coming back, the heavier the energy is for him within, and it makes coming back more difficult, you know, because it creates a block. And I know that's easier said than done. Trust me, I do know, because I'm in the same situation as you all are, Divine Femmes, in terms of just wanting that union to happen quickly. But in order to let him in, we have to leave him the space to come in. Remember, when we're desperately wanting him to come back, he's picking up that energy, and that is putting more pressure on him. So yeah, I know that's easier said than done, but sadly that's how it is. So let's just get a couple of Moonology, I think. I love Moonology, I love it. What advice do you have for Divine Femmes, please? What does Divine Masculine want the Divine Femmes to know? What does Divine Masculine want the Divine Femmes to know? Yeah, look, you don't have to worry about it and stress about it, Divine Fems, because you're very close to achieving your goal. Fabulous, we like it. Which one is it? I'll shuffle again, Spirit, because I'm not clear. What does the Divine Masculine want the Divine Feminine to know in this situation, please? What does he want them to know? Okay, your dreams need a practical plan. So, you know, it could well be that the Divine Masculine is, you know, just trying to deal with the practicalities around achieving these goals. And you may be in a position, obviously, because you are one soul in two bodies, you may well be in this situation where, you know, you need to also temper your dreams with a practical plan, you know. Whatever that means for you, whatever practicalities need to be put in place. Let's have a look at these other two. Yeah, so they're saying this may be what the practical plan is. Spirit always give us the answers if I give them time, don't they? It says your dreams need a practical plan, but you need to work through your fears. And that is probably what your plan is, Divine Feminine, you know? Because as I say, if you hold on to the fears and the desperation here, the Divine Masculine will be feeling that, and that gives him more to work through before he can come forward. So they're asking you to start working through your fears, to start releasing the sort of need you have. And I know that's easier said than done. Trust me, I really do know. But look at this. Expect powerful change. That is the way you're going to help to bring this change in, Divine Fems. So I hope you found that helpful. I just thought it was a bit different today to have a look at it from that perspective. And yeah, let me know if you found that helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the channel. As I say, it just helps the videos to be seen by more people, which is great because then they circulate more. And yeah, let me know how you're feeling about it. If you like the video, just drop me a like down below, please, please, please. Okay, we'll catch up soon, Divine Fems, and take very good care of yourself. Okay, bye for now. Bye.